Well, welcome to our first, hopefully annual, State of the Township. My name is Bill Fountain. I'm the Hartland Township Supervisor, and on behalf of our Township Board and our Planning Commission, I'd like to welcome everybody here today. We're going to spend about 20 minutes or so just going over some of the highlights of what we have going on in our community, and then we're going to open it up for some networking. We have some special guests with us today. Senator Joe Hune. Senator Hune is from the 22nd District. And we've got Dr. Henry Valpel. Please stand up. From the 47th District, thank you for showing up, and give them a hand of applause. And again, on behalf of the Township Board, I feel very fortunate to be the person that be able to give this presentation of all the work that we've done in the past and where we're headed down the road, and all the hard work that our Planning Commission does as well. We have a very good unified team here. We work together, we listen to the community, and again, on behalf of them, thanks for letting me be your spokesperson today, and hopefully I do it worthy. We have, and if you would stand up, Hartland Consolidated Schools, I see a few in the back. I saw Jansen from, if you please stand up. She's with us today. The Chamber of Commerce is here as well. Thank you very much. Livingston County Sheriff's Department, Under Sheriff Murphy is here with us. Livingston County Road Commission, they were invited. Is there anybody here from the Road Commission? And we've had a really good relationship with them since we put in a road millage. And the Fire Authority has been really active with us as well. So why did we call this gathering together today? This is an opportunity for us to show and share what we've done and what programs we're working on, and also, again, to network at the end to really share anybody's story or anything, any comments. We have a lot of activity going in our community, and we plan on seeing a lot of additional activity. Hartland has grown tremendously since 1990. We now have about 15,000 people in our community. We project that to be closer to 20,000 by the year 2025. Some projections have us way beyond that, but we will be, and even next year we'll be seeing a lot of growth in our community. So where are we, and how did we get to where we are? We don't live in a bubble, and we don't sit in the back room and make decisions. We actually have a lot of people in our community work together through different task force. The one task force that we're the proudest of recently is our Safer Roads and Pathways Task Force. And how did we come up to put a task force together? We sent out a survey about 3 years ago to all of our citizens, not all of our citizens, but 1,500, and we had 750 out of those 1,500 to get returned. That's a 50% return on a survey, which is almost unheard of. The people that we did that went, you guys must be doing something really good or something really bad to get that many people to reply to that survey. So we took that information, and we kind of, first time we ever did it, figured out where we were at, and roads was the #1 issue in our community. As we all know, that our roads we're being challenged right now in our state, how we're going to take care of them. So what we did is we put a group of about 25 to 30 people together and started a task force. Several of those individuals are here today, and they spent about a year going through all the different issues. We used the Road Commission's languages for how the condition of the roads were, came up with a plan, and we decided to let the citizens vote on that. And they did last year. They approved a 1.5 mil millage for 10 years, and we have utilized and put that strategy into place. So far, and if you go up to where Senator Hune is, there's a green page here, and I'll just highlight some of the roads that we did this year. We did the Blaine Road, Bullard Road, Fenton Road, and Clyde Road upgrades this year. And next year, we have 2 gravel roads, Dunham and Pleasant Valley, and we're real pleased to do 5 actually paving jobs next year. It's either an overlay of an existing road or let me get to what road we're talking about. The safer, we're doing Clyde Road, and then we're doing, what's the paved one going south that we're doing next year with Osceola? Hacker Road. Hacker Road, there's only 2 really north and south roads. It's Old 23 and Latson Road. Next year, we're going to go in with the Road Commission And with Osceola Township and Hartland Township, we're going to do a unified project to pave that road all the way down. So now all of our local residents will have another access. We think that's going to be good for our community and take off some of the strain off some of the extra roads. And again, we do not own the roads. The township does not own the roads. They're owned by either the county or the state of Michigan. And we work very closely with them. In the past, all the improvements made on M59 from the interurban interchange all the way through where the McDonald's is, all that area was actually done in cooperation with Michigan Department of Transportation, our Planning Commission, and the Road Commission. So again, we work together for the development and what we foresee in the future and try to make it work best of how it's all going to land. And at the end of the day, if we hadn't made those improvements that we've already made there, you probably wouldn't be able to get out. Even though we think the traffic's bad now, it was and could be a lot worse if we didn't work together with those folks. We'll move on to parks now. We have a Parks Advisory Committee. Again, we brought people in with the community. We talked about all the different activities and stuff that we wanted to have. We put together a huge master plan with the schools, determined what parks and what needs we had. And last year we opened up the Heritage Park, which is on M59, and that's more of an athletic park. And then we have Settlers Park behind here. And at the end of the day, we've worked together with a lot of good people, a lot of good organizations, including HIA, which is the Heartland Area Youth Athletic Association, Heartland Lacrosse, Heartland Community Soccer, and they work together with us to help maintain the fields. And they get utilized unbelievable. If you've ever been out here on a Saturday morning, you got that place filled up with kids all day. That's not only good for a sense of place, but it's excellent for our businesses as well. On those days, I've talked to somebody from Big B Coffee, and they said on the days we have those, it's a windfall for them to have those. So it's good for the community and also good for our local businesses. There's a new development coming up on Clyde Road. It's called Turn & 2. It's a state-of-the-art softball complex. It's going to have about 60,000 square foot inside and then 4 fields outside. It's going to be part of the gateway into our community. And at the end of the day, that's also going to be something that's very, very positive, very family-oriented, which fits into our brand, Friendly by Nature, something that's going to be real positive for our community. The Rotary Club was just another example. Came to the board and wanted to put a butterfly garden in Settlers Park behind here in honor of late Larry Hopkins. Our clerk was here for a long, long time. And if you haven't had a chance, even if after this, walk down the hill, you'll see it on the left-hand side. It's beautiful. And those are the kind of community elements that we want to work as a township and as a community and as a board. We try to bring all the different facets together so we can all be on the same page and make our community the best it can be. There's been several developments in our community the last few years, one being the Kentucky Fried Chicken, and you wonder why I'm going to bring that up, but we do have some building standards that are a little bit different than other communities, and that was the first Kentucky Fried Chicken to meet this new standard, and they're very proud of it. And matter of fact, that individual who lives here in Hartland is going to put his corporate offices right behind that building. So good things are happening. We have a lot of upcoming development. And we also have a lot of businesses that have been here for a long time. They have put new skins on their businesses. And matter of fact, next year we'll have a brand new Speedway. Speedway is going to tear down their existing building and push it back. And they've worked with the neighbor BlackRock and with MDOT and Road Commission again to change the access points into that to make it better for not only the local people, but make it safer for the people that are going through our community as a whole. And I mentioned briefly the Heartland Friendly by Nature. This was a collaboration that the township just didn't come up with. We worked with the library, we worked with the schools, and we came up with a slogan. This is a brand that our board felt was a relationship to our community. When people come here, a lot of people say, guys, you're so friendly, you're so nice. And we took that only to the next level, which is Friendly by Nature. And almost everybody that lives here, you ask them, well, why do you love to live in Heartland? And they talk about the rural atmosphere. That's a pretty tough when you live on M59 and US 23 and you talk about rural atmosphere, that's not the easiest thing to put together. But with the buffering and the other landscape elements that we put in our buildings to residential, those are the things that we do our best that we can do to soften any of that those areas that may be a conflict of use. But everybody in our community has rights. We know that the builders, the developers, and people that live here all have rights, and we do the best we can to balance all those together. Most of our commercial development, you will notice as well, will be right along the Old 23 and M59 corridor. There's a lot of reasons for that. That's part of our master plan, number one, but number two, that's where all the utilities are. We have sewer there, we have water there, at least on the west side right now, and that's where all the traffic is. So you will see very, very little in our future, any commercial development other than on those major thoroughfares. Some of the other areas that we spend a lot of time with, one is we've spent a lot of time with Community Council. We have a board member on Community Council. The Hartland Enrichment and Recreation Organization, or HERO, the Hartland Historical Society, and the Farmers Market are all supported through the township. We support the Senior Center and have for years, which we feel is the best senior center in Livingston County, and I think the numbers support that as well. The nonprofit 501c3 organization HERO is the old Township Hall, right next to the fire department, and we were challenged for a long time as a board what to do with that building, and some things fell in place. We decided to explore opportunities, and there was an opportunity to bring a teen center into our community. And that organization put together a plan to see if it would work, and we are proud to say I think this is our third year of the teen center. They get between 35 and 45 kids a day right across from the school utilizing that. That building is also used by the Livingston Lands Conservancy, and it's also used by the fire department. They've got like a chopped off piece of an engine or a big truck that they use for training, and if you see a lot of cars at the HERO Center on the weekends, that's people throughout the Midwest coming and utilizing that building for training. So it's a multi-purpose building, and it's another element that was what we felt was missing in our community. We were taking care of the seniors. Now we have the kids being taken care of, and we're also utilizing it to train. A lot of our firefighters had to actually go to different communities to get that training, so now they can stay here and be part of the process and actually part of the trainers. Pathways are a big discussion item in our community. We are strongly considering connecting sidewalk gaps on the M59 and Hartland Road in the school campus area. And another thing that came through the survey was we don't have really any events. I shouldn't say it like that because we have two wonderful events. We have the Memorial Day Parade and Hartland Heritage Days. But there was a reach out for some more, so we came together a couple years ago and started Winterfest. We had our first Winterfest last year. We'll be having our second this year, and we didn't really know what to expect our first go around, and I believe we had over 2,000 people show up last year for an afternoon program. So we're excited that that's another element that we're trying to take that brand of Friendly by Nature and reaching out and bringing events to our community that are good for all ages and all types of family members, and it fits right into the school system, which is, and we continue to be honored to be part of a great school system that is always at the top, and they've started the Green Initiative, again, that ties right back into the brand that we've been talking about here this afternoon. Transparency, this is actually being taped right now, and it will be available on our website in the future. All of our township board meetings are broadcast live. You can watch them on our local cable channel, or you can watch them on your PC if you're really desperate to watch us on a Tuesday night or Thursday night and you're on vacation and you go, gosh, I wonder what they're talking about tonight. At the end of the day, those are archived forever, so we have to kind of watch what we say up here because somebody's going to come back someday and go, remember when you said that? But seriously, all of it on our website, heartlandtwp.com, we have all of our board minutes are on there, all the planning commission minutes are on there, All of the budgets are on there, and we're trying to be as transparent as we possibly can. And if you can't find something, please call up our staff or talk to anybody that works down here, and we'll do our best to make sure you get the information as quickly as possible. And on top of the financial stability that leads into this part of it is the board that you have is very, very conservative. Right now we have over 1 year's fiscal year in our fund balance put away, and we have a pretty significant amount in our capital improvement fund. We are going to be working on those as we come up here in the near future. But we are conservative with our dollars, and we know that it's important not to only us, it's important to you, and it's important to our future as we go forward. This might not be very exciting to talk about, but the sewer fund stability, if you remember about 2005 when the economy started to really take a spot the other way, we reached back and we regrouped, looked at what the issue that was there, and we actually purchased some of those properties back for the time down the road when we could actually resell them to make those sewer bond payments. And we're happy to say at this point we are on or ahead of task what we thought we were going to be 8 years ago. And most of those properties that the township had purchased back on behalf of the sewer district have sold. So some of those things that we've put in place, our township rating was elevated to AA from an A negative rating we had 2 years ago. So again, we have a plan in place. We work diligently to put that in place, and we see the results of that as well. Where are we going? There's a lot of capital improvements that we have. Nothing's been official yet, but at the end of the day in our capital improvement plan, which we work on every year, we have a retreat. Our board goes off-site. We spend a whole day together kind of hashing out which direction we want to go with the different things. Some of the ones that might be coming down the road here in the near future is improvements to the village. There's a drain in the village that's been there since probably before 1900. It's an old wood drain that needs to be upgraded. I know that's not fun to spend money on drains, but before we do any improvements down there, that has to be addressed. And that is not cheap, if anybody's ever done anything around your home, some of that underneath stuff is more expensive than the fun stuff that you look at. So we're taking a look at that type of thing, along with some traffic calming and exploring a TAP grant that we got through the state of Michigan, where we've got to make sure that we're going in the right direction in that as well. Okay, we're talking about just a couple of elements that we're going forward. We're talking about where we're growing. On the books going through the process right now, we have over 500 new homes that have either been already approved or will be approved, most likely by the end of the year. And what does that mean? Well, that means about roughly 1,200 new people will be coming to our community. What does that mean? That to me, it means that we're a desirable place to live. For not one thing, but a host of things. And we keep the schools informed as we go down that road, because that's probably going to mean more students. And again, we've been prepared for this for a long time. We didn't know when the day was going to come, but we've always felt that at some point, with the desirable location that we have here in Hartland and the people that live in this community, that at the end of the day, we're going to see that growth, and it looks like it's going to start again. One of the last things I'll talk about right now is safety. Right beside roads, one of the things that came out of our survey was, do you feel safe in our community? And we really didn't know. I always feel safe in our community, but when we got the response back that over 95% of the people that live in Hartland feel safe, that was a huge number. And it kind of took us all aback a little bit, because we were trying to figure out what does that mean. We rely on the county road patrols, as our neighbors do in our entire community. And just letting you know that we're in talks with the county. We feel that what the service that we currently have right now through the county is going to be stable for the next 5 years or so. But it's on our radar, and we're going to keep a pulse on it, because public safety and a sense of safeness in your community is as important as anything else that you have. So in conclusion, I would like to first of all say, wow, what a great turnout. I didn't know how many to expect, but thank you for your support. Thank you for being part of our community, business people, citizens. At this point, we're going to have an opportunity to network and have some fellowship. There's coffee, there's water, and some donuts. And thank you so much for being here today. And we look for a great, promising future in Hartland. Thank you.